So this is a 1998 Gen 2 Dodge Ram, and we've got big ass holes in the dash. It's cracking to pieces. Not bad for as old as the truck it is. Start off by just pulling off the bezel. It goes around. That just pulls off, no tools required. Careful not to crack it. Usually old and brittle. Now we're working by the glove box. Take this trim piece off. It's just a couple of screws. Now we're taking the airbag cover off. This is just a cover, not the airbag. Airbag is up inside. There's just a couple of screws here inside of the dash that you take out, tilt it up, and then there's some clips inside of here. They're really difficult to remove. You may need a trim tool to get those out. I'm not going to show everything. There's a lot of videos out here on this. Most of them don't show what to do. They just show before and after. I'm trying to give other people a little how-to here without going too crazy. Alright, I'm going to cut ahead when I've unclipped this thing. So I have removed the airbag. Kind of a pain in the butt, but not too big of a deal. So it was these bolts right here. They're out. There was one plug right here. Not a big deal. But then there's two hidden 10mm bolts up underneath here. One there. I'm not going to show everything. There's videos out here on taking airbags out, but it was just to get access to all of these screws. Now you can get to all those screws to pull the dash out. If you don't take the airbag out, you can't get to those screws. Taking out all these screws here, but it still won't come out, and I found this hidden screw. Thank you, Dodge. You gotta pull the trim off the door jamb, and there's a hidden screw. Let me get the flashlight on there. I think you can see it. There it is. That little bugger right there. That's gonna be hard to get to. Alright, let's see how it goes. So I've removed all the screws up here by the vents at the top. All the hidden screws. And here's the part nobody shows on how to remove your dash. Usually they say to remove the entire dash, not just the dash pad. But if your dash is cracked like mine already, you can just break it. Just break the damn thing into pieces and get it out that way. It's hard to do one-handed. I'm gonna break it into pieces and take it out. So I've given it a good yank. Just broke it into pieces. She comes out nice and easy. May have to cut that with some wire cutters. See if it'll break. There it goes. This stuff's like the consistency of peanut brittle. Oh yeah, just give it a few more tugs and it'll break into some more pieces and be able to get it out. Alright. So the reason most people don't even try it after they see the video, because you have to remove the entire dash, everything, pull it out of the truck just to get the dash pad off. Well, you don't. You break it into pieces. Nobody tells you that. Break it into pieces, because there's hidden screws. See how this piece is still attached? Hidden screws behind the dash. That's why you have to remove the dash. Just don't install those screws when you put the new dash in. You can put a dab of silicone in here and it'll just glue it down. Big deal. There's a ton of screws all along here that hold the whole thing down. Doesn't matter if you missed like 4 screws on the back side of the dash. Big deal. Just use some silicone glue. So yeah, no one ever shows this part where you just break off your dash in pieces. Big deal. It's not hard. So I've got it 99% done, but you need to break off all these little tabs that are left behind from the dash, because there's little screws on the back side that you can't get to. That's why people remove the entire dash to get to these little screws. Otherwise you won't be able to remove the dash. But mine's cracked into pieces and you can just break it off. So you finish breaking off these little pieces here. You can use wire cutters or whatever to help cut them loose, break them off. But you got to break these little tabs off. That's little pieces left from the other dash. You just won't use these again when you install the new dash. You have all these huge screws. You can't see it, but yeah, now you can. They go through here into the firewall that hold the dash on also. You don't need all these millions of little screws here. Okay, I got all the broken pieces out, all the little screws removed from the back. I've just laid this thing on top. It just slides right over the top, super easy. I was amazed how easily it fit around here. It's just laying on there. I think you just push it forward. There might be a couple of pins or something. Let's look for some pins. Oh, yeah, there's a pin. There's a little lip right here. Let's see if it's getting kind of late. Sorry, I'm doing this one-handed. Wow, it fits nice. Look at that. I don't even have any screws in yet. Let's do the other side. Look at that. And those are the screw holes that hold it down. You don't need those dozen screws that are on the back side. You don't need them at all. Oh look, here's a piece of my other dash, or the old dash. Oh my God. Like peanut brittle. Here's some more dash. Ah. I think there's another pin on this side here. Yep. Right there. Gotta go down and in. Yep, it just went in. Sound like Step-on fortune cookies. You'll get that if you're Indiana Jones fan. Yeah, it's in. I just need to put in the screws. You don't need all those millions of screws that are behind the dash. As long as you're able to break off the dash, you don't need to pull the whole dash forward. No need. This is nice. Fits freaking perfect. Everything lines up. All the screw holes, everything. Beautiful. I managed to not break the bezel piece. So this is from, I hate to give these guys props, but it's a good product. LMC truck. They charged me a lot. It was like $50 shipping, $20 for oversized package on top of the shipping. I think it was like $35 tax. Good God. Oh well, the product is nice. I think the total price was like $350. So wear gloves when you do that though, because you're going to cut yourself breaking all those plastic pieces out. Now I just got to put the screws back in and do a little bit of reassembly. The hard part's done, breaking all the pieces out. Here's some eye candy for you. Oh, I just installed the Thurin off-road sway bar kit. Put that on today. It's been a long day. These are Fox 2.5 remote reservoir. They do a very nice job. 37-inch on fuel wheels. This is the V10 Dodge Ram. Got all my accessories set up on circuit breakers instead of fuses. Need to buy a bigger battery. Replaced the mechanical fan with dual electrics from Flexolite. Made a custom shroud for it out of aluminum. It cools extremely well. Way better than a mechanical fan that I had in here. Got a Fusion front bumper, 1/4 inch thick. Warren 12,000 pound winch behind it, hidden inside. Can't see it, but she's in there. 1998. She's clean. I'm going to be posting more videos and photos. It's going to be an overlanding rig. Alright, now that I've got that in, got all the pins in, I need to secure the back first with these 8mm screws that go in here. All these recesses here in the back, those are 8mm. Alright, I've put all those screws in, and this thing's pretty rock solid already. I haven't even put any of the screws in here yet. You didn't need all those screws behind there. Jeez, talk about overkill. I'm gonna put all those in. They're just a Phillips head. Gotta go all the way around and get all those. Almost done in the home stretch. This thing was simple. As long as your dash is cracked already, this is a joke. Just wear gloves so you don't cut yourself. Super easy. Don't be afraid. Do it. It's easy. Just dive into it. As long as you got a cracked dash, you're golden. Alright, I've popped the bezel back on. It's easy. There's the one screw in there you don't forget about. The rest are just all clips. You just press in and they snap. Snapped all the way around. You have to turn on the ignition but not start the vehicle, so that way you can pull this down far enough to where you can get the bezel over the shifter. Not too bad at all. Still got a crack here, but it's not cracking all the way. If it does, I'll replace this piece later. It's super easy to replace, but that's the only crack in this whole thing. I'm not going to replace it for that. But this turned out awesome. No creaks, no squeaks, no nothing. Still got that piece to do, and I got to put the airbag in. Rock solid. Even though I didn't use all the little screws on the backside, you don't need them. You just don't need them. I'm shaking this thing like crazy. No squeaks, no creaks. Like a brand new dash. Oh, it is a brand new dash. Beautiful. It's pretty late at night, like 9 o'clock. So light's not so great, but hey, not bad. Last thing I need to do is install the glove box. Super easy. Just goes down into these tabs. These hook into the tabs. And these, you squeeze the back of it down, it pulls the sides in and allows it to get past here. That's it. Super good fit. It's almost back together. I'd say it fits damn near better than OE quality. It's a pretty nice product. Here's what's left of my dashboard. Oh. Crispy. Oh, that one didn't break. But yeah, stuff's pretty crispy. That's the entire dashboard. I can fit that in a 5-gallon bucket. Very nice.